Welcome to the Web Workshop. In this video, which is a Chapter 1 supplemental for the Intro to HTML and CSS book, we will look at Chrome's Element Inspector. In order to get started, you will need Google Chrome. You can just type on a /Chrome if your home page is Google. The Chrome download button is right here. You can download the Chrome browser and install it just like any other application. As you can see, I'm already running Chrome, so I will leave it to you to pause the video here and download Chrome if you need it. Excellent. Now that you have the Chrome browser, let's go somewhere interesting to look at the code on their site. In the book, I frequently go to the W3 Schools website, so I'm going to w3schools.com. One of the really important features of Chrome that you will use a lot is the Element Inspector. We can choose any element on the page. For example, this headline here that says HTML/CSS. If I right-click on it and choose Inspect Element, it opens the Developer Tools panel with the Element Inspector on the left and the CSS Inspector on the right. The Element Inspector is showing me all of the HTML elements, and you'll notice as I hover over different elements, it highlights them on the page. So just using my mouse to move, I can find exactly the elements I'm looking for. We can also use the arrows to pop down and see what's nested inside certain elements. So you can see here the search box of their site is nested within the overall heading. On the side on the right with the CSS Inspector, this is where I wind up doing a lot of my front-end web development work. It's a lot easier to edit styles and try out different properties in the browser and have them show an immediate effect than to save and reload my pages over and over again. So maybe I want to choose a different color for this heading. Instead of 92B901, I want just a plain old gray color like 333333. Now you can see my element has turned to a nice dark gray color. Similarly, there are other pieces of CSS here that we can edit. Say this font size, instead of being 120%, let's make it 180%. And since that was applying to all of the H2 elements in the left column, all of those headings in the left are now much larger. I can inspect them too. I just inspected the server side heading. Down here in the inspector, you can see it highlighted the element I chose in a dark blue, and as I hover over the different pieces, it highlights the parts of the menu. You can also see how it kept the font size that I edited just a moment ago. However, these changes will not stay when I reload the page, and no one else is seeing them. So I will right-click here and choose Reload, and now the page is back to how it was before I started. If I had wanted to save my changes because this was a site that I was working on, I would have to now go and take the changes I made in here and apply them to the file I was working on. Well, there you go. That should be all you need to get started with Google Chrome's Element Inspector. Go ahead and explore on some of your favorite websites. That kind of exploration can be a great introduction to HTML and CSS.